What's up, folks? I don't know if you guys are familiar with this particular whiskey, but welcome to a game that I don't know if I invented, but look at that blind. He's blind, that sheep on there. That's terrible. Anyway, I should draw some eyes on the bottom. I feel bad for it. Make a couple of dots. Let's just try. Little eye there. Little eye there. There. Much better. Now he has eyes. Okay. This is Word Shot. I'm here with my friend Robin. She's gonna be my producer. Hello, Robin.
Hey, YouTubers.
And she's gonna pull up some pictures so that it can be a little bit different. And the difference in this particular video is going to be that I have, as I said, named it Word Shot, and that means that anytime I say a particular word in the making of this video, we have to do a shot. Of course, you see, we'll be doing the peanut butter whiskey. We only have these big, huge glasses for shot glasses. We're not going to do that big. You guys can feel free to drink along. The word of the video is, what is it, Robin?
Dust.
Dust. Yep. Anytime I say dust, we have to do a shot. So this particular video is going to be on 9/11 and a particular person named Mandy Borders.
Marcy Borders.
Marcy. Oh, I made a mistake already because my writing is so bad. Looks just like Mandy, but it's Marcy. M-A-R-C-Y. Please forgive me for that. Marcy Borders. And she was a 28-year-old employee of Bank of America. And on 9/11, she became the Dust Lady. Yep, we have to do a shot. The Dust Lady. Robin, would you mind pouring 2 shots? I'm not even going to say the name of her again because then we'll have to do 2 more. We don't want to do that. I think that is just the most horrific picture. I had never seen this before. She's so dressed so nicely and she looks so stunned. And I'm going to go on further into what happened to Marcy Borders right after we do the shot. Okay, clink. Cheers, YouTuber. Alright. 1 down. I think I might try to avoid saying that word. Okay, so I'd like to give you an image of what Marcy Borders looked like without being covered in the other one. Okay. In what she was covered in. I just gotta give myself a break from that for a second. I can't say the word. There she is, Marcy Borders, without being completely covered in something very toxic that they had said was not toxic. And she had such extreme depression after that she would die because she had read so many articles about the first responders and the firefighters that also had been inhaling this particular toxic plume of dust. Robin,
Bottoms up.
please. Yep. She had such fear that, wow, that's fucking huge. Look how little yours is compared to
I
mine.
know, because I know.
That's so fucked up. She's trying to kill
Yeah, well,
me.
you half and then half.
If you could just please show that title to that article of what caused her to have such fear. Wow. Look where we are already in the bottle. Woo! I hope I don't have to say that a lot in this video. Yeah, her fears were quite warranted, because the firefighters, that picture that I just showed you comes from an article that is titled, yes, here we go. Oh shit, I lost it. Can you find it again? More evidence. Right there, okay. Yes, thank you. More evidence, firefighters risk cancer from 9/11 exposure. Now, I see that that's, more evidence, but how about the people like Marcy Borders, who also developed cancer from inhaling that particular thing that we still owe a shot to do, because I have said dust. Cheers. I hope everybody's helping us out here, please. Why is it so blurry? It's going down. I did a halfie. I had to. Do you know there was only 20 survivors pulled out of the rubble?
I did not know that.
Yep. Only 20 survivors pulled out of the rubble. And she worked on the 81st floor of the North Tower. Can you just imagine, like, the fear of reading articles that knowing you're going to get cancer and probably die? And these officers and first responders, how much of a problem they had collecting benefits for that. I read one of an officer, a trooper from Connecticut, a retired trooper first class, Eugene Kenneth Barron. He just died on Monday, May 25th of this year. And he was one of the first responders from Connecticut, and he got partial disability. Now, I want you to know that he's dead from cancer, from the silica that he ingested. The silica is, the odd thing about it is that, why, you know me, I get involved in one story and then I just can't help but research the rest. And silica, now let's see, can you hold that up for me? Can you hold that here? Okay, so silica, okay, it says, often referred to as quartz, very common mineral, is that, or created by the cutting and grounding. Okay, it says, this respiro silica dust, I said it, causes lung disease and lung cancer. We're going to just finish the ones that we already have. Let's just do that, because, geez, oh, pizza, I don't want to be slammed.
Cheers, cheers.
It was considered to be wildly toxic. Now, can you get to that other one I sent you of on silica? Okay, I want you to look at this. What does this say? It says it's nearly harmless, which is why you find it in food. Nearly harmless. Those are those little packets that you had brought to my attention, Robin, that they put them in food. Now, I want you to understand something. You just read where it said it's extremely harmful, I'm sorry, extremely harmful to the lungs. This is,
Gel.
right, but it still says the same thing. And it still says nearly harmless.
Nearly.
And that's the key word there, is nearly.
Nearly.
And the fact that they go, which is why you'll find it in food. So it's okay for them to put nearly harmless stuff in our food.
No.
I don't even find the necessity for it. I really don't. What does it do to our food? I mean, those silica gel packs that are in, like, you know, the beef jerky bags you find and stuff. What positive effect is it really having, I wonder? This is nearly harmless. I would think it's having more of a derogatory effect.
Mm-hmm. That's how they keep the jerky dry.
Yeah, but the jerky's already dry. That's how it's made. I mean, I don't even understand. I usually eat my bag of jerky pretty fast.
Maybe that's how they cut away from actually drying the
Maybe they're
jerky.
just poisoning it. I mean, it's in a lot of things.
To take away from the time of drying, they use the silica to speed up the drying process.
I don't know if they're just poisoning us, because it says nearly harmless. I don't understand why they would put something even, like, remotely harmless in my food.
Usually when it's nearly 100 years later, we'll find out it was
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Remotely harmless. I don't want it near my food. I don't care. So then, yeah, hold on this. So, anyway, unfortunately, now you can go back to that other picture of Marcy Borders. She looks so, like, she's such reflecting in this picture. Yeah.
Beautiful picture.
Yeah, it's an awesome picture. I really like this picture. It's unfortunate that she has since passed away from stomach cancer. So her fears weren't unfounded. I mean, literally, people have been dying from this. And the after effects of 9/11 have gone on to this day. As I said, just on May 25th, 2020, you know, a state trooper from Connecticut died from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That was, he developed that from inhaling what is this toxic stuff.
And then they're finding the breast cancer.
Yeah, everybody has cancer from
breast
it.
cancer.
Breast cancer,
In
any
men.
kind of cancer,
In
in men,
It's
in
rare.
anything. The fact that, didn't you happen to take a picture of somewhere where they're fighting, even having a fight to get disability for this?
Articles, yes.
Yep. Can you imagine that they only get partial disability if they're not, like, I just can't even imagine the fact that they volunteered to put their life on the line doesn't give them a full benefit package. They were willing to die for something, and because they didn't get disabled enough as they would like, I guess, it's not even considered the fact that they put their life on the line. And
not only did they have to have proof that they lived within
talk about her,
ground
yeah.
zero,
Mm-hmm.
or they worked within the demographical range of this cloud,
Mm-hmm.
they had to have witness affidavits that
Yeah.
they were actually there, even though they could prove by residency or by pay stubs.
Yeah,
They had
and
to have
usually everything that would work as proof for even like a bank loan
But they're still fighting.
wasn't even good enough.
They're
I
still
mean,
fighting for their claims.
it says establishing proof of presence requires multiple pieces of documentation, often including witness affidavits. Attorneys say that an apartment lease showing that a person lived in the area, for example, would likely also need an affidavit from a neighbor attesting that the person actually resided in the unit. A pay stub showing that a person went to work in the area would need an affidavit. Where is the one about the did you happen to find anything about where they're still fighting to get? You may not have.
Yeah, she's still fighting.
No, I mean that these people, even the fact of the matter is that trooper died from cancer developed inhaling the toxic,
That they said we're safe.
that they said were safe. Look at this. We went back to work exactly 1 week after 9/11 while the towers were still burning and everything else crumbled around us. We were told that the air was fine and we needed to get back to work, he said. It was ridiculous. It was horrible. The smell downtown was pungent, as you can imagine. There were buildings still on fire. Those buildings burned for months. Okay. They were told that the air was fine. That's incredible, because as recently as May 25th, 2020, and people probably who are civilians that aren't being, commemorated on a website called, officers that have fallen, are probably dying from cancers that have been caused by this silica. As soon as you inhale it, it causes harm. It is one of the most common minerals, which I think you might have an article on that, which I think we might have already even shown. It is one of the most common minerals in everything in the earth, even in the beach sand. So when you're lying on the beach, and I love the beach, I really do, but when you're lying on the beach and breathing in that air, you're inhaling silica. I'm so sorry, I forgot to do that. A very common mineral. This respiratory disease causes lung disease and lung cancer. Immediately. There was one, though, that said that it was in sand, in beach sand. I may not have got it to you. Anyway, okay.
Essentially porous sand.
Yes, here we go. Here we go. Ah, fuck. I believe it's there. Do you see that? So the gel isn't really gel. That's nearly harmful. It's essentially porous sand. That's so crazy that you'll find one article that will contradict another, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Like, you're breathing it every day. Every day. It's almost like it was already here to kill us. It doesn't matter if they drill in it or anything.
I'm curious what the cadaver dogs did.
At the 9/11?
Yeah.
Well, I'm certain that they probably did, and we probably didn't hear about them earlier. I did actually start to do a story on a K9 dog, Officer Hondo. I'll go back to that. He got shot trying to apprehend somebody. The K9 dogs, we all love animals, but while we're on the subject of animals, the Marcy Borders went through so much depression about fear of what sicknesses she may have inhaled that day. I mean, you can clearly see in that picture her mouth is wide open, and she must have inhaled so much of that. Yes, that she lost custody of her children. She went through just a lot. So she was only 28 there. She preserved the outfit that she wore in that picture. We tried to find what happened to it, and we had a hard time finding it.
She did preserve it.
But we had a...
Yeah,
we
couldn't
couldn't
find
find an actual picture or anything. She could see from her apartment that every year they would have a tribute to the 9/11 event. Every year they shoot up like laser beams almost to ghostly represent. Do you have that picture of the Twin Towers? I want to tell you that I think, although that the Twin Towers is a tragic story, the laser is the one, from the tributes. It's a sad story, and I agree with any tribute that they have, but because of this particular tribute, what occurs is so tragic to the environment and to the preservation of certain bird species. Songbirds, yellow warblers. Did you find the picture of the
Lights, yes.
lights? Okay. I'd like to show this because, although it's a very beautiful tribute, okay, I want to explain the problem behind it. It's fine, don't worry. Here we go. There you go. Oh, shit. God damn it. Okay. You see that? Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Absolutely. In the description, I will include a link to sounds of birds that you may not be able to stomach, because the tribute that they've been doing every year now since 9/11, it harms 160,000 birds per year. Songbirds, yellow warblers. In fact, it is the second leading cause of death in birds
North America.
in North America. Okay? First being cats. And second being something that they could probably move the date to with an explanation that most people would agree with. I get it. It falls during that time. But the amount of yellow warbler picture? Yeah. There's a yellow warbler. Beautiful bird, correct? Yes. Now, the amount of them, they migrate in the fall. And the amount, they navigate by the stars, mind you. So the lights throw them off their migration. They throw off songbirds. They throw off they throw off, no, the video we're going to add in the links. Yeah. Okay. They throw off. Peregrine falcons, right?
Peregrine falcons.
That was it. Peregrine nighthawks, songbirds. Second leading cause of bird deaths. I really find it so shocking that no animal conservation group or Audubon Society, I believe it was 2015, was the last time that anyone tried to make a difference regarding this particular cause. I do believe that people who survived 9/11 would agree they could change their date. That video is disturbing.
Very disturbing.
Very disturbing. The video is so disturbing of these birds. Yellow warblers, when we looked up their leading cause of death, is impact. Probably during this tribute, yes. I would say. Yes. It's really bad. Yeah. Really bad. So I just think that it should it's just so disturbing.
The ABC News article.
It's like, in case you don't really believe me, there is ABC News. I think they're pretty credulous. Credible.
Yes, and the National Audit Society is still trying to.
160,000 birds endangered annually by New York's 9/11 tribute. Drawing them off course and trapping them inside the lights. I'm going to add a link to that video in my subscription, and I really hope that, like I said, Marcy Borders has passed away. This trooper, retired trooper first class Eugene Kenneth Barron, has passed away. A lot of these people passed away. I don't think they'd agree with 160,000 birds annually in a tribute. That's like slaughter in a tribute.
Yeah, they're going to become an endangered species.
But it's slaughtering for a tribute. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine, like, the guilt of somebody who was in that reads those articles, that maybe is like a bird lover? I mean, it's just really bad. It's really bad.
Sure, peregrine falcons were very rare.
Very rare paragraph. Yeah, I mean, really, if you've got a number on that, just bring it right up. I find it really bad. I don't think that the defacing of statues is indicative of living together peacefully. I think, you wanted to put a statue up right next to a statue that represents history of another race or ethnicity, that's one thing. But when you want to tear down one, it's not okay.
Saved in 1970 from the brink of extinction.
Yeah, peregrine falcons, here we go, saved from the brink of extinction, and now here they are, getting caught up in lights from a tribute.
Because they filmed them they were in one of the state or city buildings in Springfield, Mass.
I'm so sorry. Good catch.
Filmed the whole bird. I'm a bird lover.
Oh, good catch with the phone.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I want to tell you that the African American monument dedicated in it was dedicated to the African American. It's actually beautiful. Do you know that I've actually seen that, and the detail in this bronze or copper. Is it bronze or copper? Do you know?
It's bronze and copper.
Okay. The detail in the four sides of this monument depicting events is so detailed. It's really brilliant. It's so beautiful, and they happened to deface that on in May 2020, and it happened to be the 131st anniversary of when it was dedicated. I find that very disgusting.
123 years, the Shaw Memorial.
Right, but when you said it was defaced on the 131st, how old is that article? I'm saying, anyway, look at it. It's over 100 years old, and you're defacing it. And not only that, the actual artistry.
It was considered one of the...
Yeah, the artistry in it, the way the scenes come out of the statue itself. Mm-hmm. It's like a 3D thing.
Yeah.
Extremely beautiful, extremely beautiful. So anyway, I will tell you, there are still people dying from toxic dust.
Silica.
Yeah, toxic dust. There are birds that probably inhaled it that are still dying from tribute. There are monuments being defaced. There are things in this world that are Shocking. And I'm going to tell you about them with the help of my friend Robin. Stay safe. Cheers to you. Our last shot. I mean. Bottoms up. You guys got a better word for the next video? Let me know. Word shot.
Word shot.
Stay safe. United we stand. Divided we fall.
That's right.
Bye bye.
Right on.